All right, everyone. We have a few donations that have just rolled in that I'll get to read in just a moment. But the more exciting news that I want to announce is that we have met the Killing Antidote incentive. So thank you all so very much. A couple of generous donations coming in here at the last minute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are all set up for the next run, the Killing Antidote, any percent easy with MASH, and I'll get to those donations in just a sec, so take it away.
Alrighty, thank you again, Maddie, for that lovely introduction. So yeah, this is the Killing Antidote. There'll be a lot of, well, I mean, it's a short run, very short compared to what the estimate is now. But on comms, I have Carcinogen SDA, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carsey. I'm just a guy. I don't know this game at all.
But you are familiar with the series and the genre in general.
I've been told.
All right. So first things first. Previous to getting this run started, I did ask Carsey what outfit of the ones that I was allowed to use during the run we were going to use. So we're going to use the outfit for Ada Wrong, as I like to call her. That'll be the outfit we use during the run. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the other outfit, and we'll be ready to start the timer in a sec here. So time will start as soon as we can advance from the loading screen. So I'm going to go ahead into the loading screen. The loading screens are dynamic. They change from time to time based on the outfits and stuff like that. And so time will start as soon as I hit key here to start. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is a survival horror action shooter, as I would like to call it, and we immediately skip 2 cutscenes coming in. We are playing as a character known as Jody, and we're journalists trying to investigate a viral outbreak at a place called XGen Labs, and we're looking for someone named Ryan. Immediately out of the gate, I did a box jump, which saves like 1/10 of a second. And that just allows me to skip a climbing animation. And I'm immediately grabbing some knives and a fire axe to break my way through these boards here to get by. And you're already seeing a lot of like little mechanics at play. Any questions at this time, Carsey?
No, not yet.
All right. So
yeah, it's all pretty self-explanatory so far.
yeah. So I'm taking care of some zombies. So much like Resident Evil games and other types of things, knives, if we have them, allow us to defend ourselves against grabs and get out of them without taking damage. So I only have 2 that I picked up. And throughout the run, we're going to be doing some interesting routing that's, you know, really taking shape on the game. And grabbing this grenade here. We shoot open doors because it's faster in general than trying to open them in most cases. And I'm grabbing a card key. Yeah, go for it.
It looks like it damages you like when the door falls on top of you.
Yeah, physics are mean to me sometimes. Yeah, that door can hurt. So that card key we picked up is in one of 3 locations in that room. And it allows us to access this door here. And we're going to do a first major skip once I take care of these 3 enemies that pose a problem. So these are like crawlers. They have long jumping ranges. And things like that to deal with. So I'm going to take care of those. I'm going to immediately come down here, use that grenade we picked up, throw it over here by the door, blow it open, and saves me about 2 minutes instead of walking around to go deal with all this. Because there's a lot of backtracking and things you can do throughout the run. Take care of the guy on the ceiling. I'm going to grab that other axe. We'll use that for a clip later to get weapons into an area where we're not supposed to have anything. And immediately start a sequence that spawns a lot of enemies, and I'm trying to quickly rush up here to get to where I need to go now that I reset a door code. And I skipped, like I said, about 2 minutes worth of stuff. I'm trying to do a line up on the switch there to open it so I can get the shotgun. And we'll be using this to take out like 3 enemies total throughout the run, and then after that I don't care about the shotgun anymore.
So when you blew up that door, was it because there was like a lock on the other side or something?
Yeah, so there's a lock that if I hit it with the... Oh, no, so that door, there's a... I really messed this up. I was supposed to do that a little bit better. So what happens is there's canisters on the other side of that doorway that
Oh, okay.
explode from the grenade's AoE and blows open the door. Because normally only zombies can break open the doors that are locked like that. So this is really bad. Okay, thank you, zombies, for breaking open that door for me. And that blew open the door towards me, which is fantastic. So we're getting Marathon Luck RNG already, which is fantastic. So the other thing, I'll be putting away and playing at my weapon a lot because that helps preserve stamina, and I have faster movement speed when doing so. So, trying to get through here. I'm running low on ammo. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of zombies just straight up busting
Yeah.
down doors.
Yeah.
This is very much horde shooter adjacent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very scary. So I memorize all the codes I need to get what I need for this run. Please don't kill me. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was pretty ballsy jump there.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the backup in here because I need the health, because health is tied to stamina in this game. And I'll explain that in a minute here. So there's a med kit here, which I'm going to use to fully heal. Problem is it stops all movement. And then I'm going to grab some ammo off this box here, make a reload, and then we're good for ammo for our gun for the rest here. Because we won't really need it. After this, there's also another skip here with another grenade doing the same thing we did earlier. Instead of going through the vents that were on my right, and then we're going to grab this marker that just is like a way for us to like find our way around areas that we want to backtrack to or mark things. And we're going to use that to actually do keep a door open that normally locks right behind us. So it's fortunate I don't have any knives right now to break out of those grabs.
That only took like what, 10% of your health?
Yeah, there's a reason we do this. I generally do this run on easy because enemies could straight up just destroy the run immediately with how random they can be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, it's like in the case of like a sort of horde shooter like this, where things can just like crowd you really quickly, and you have to like break through. You have to find ways to like break through stuff. It's like damage is just going to be nigh on impossible to avoid. So it makes perfect sense.
So I shoot that canister. It's gonna blow up, open that door because there's a switch on the other side that it hits and activates the door. I failed jumping on that box, sadly. And pop her in the head and open this door, and we're just gonna run past all these. And I need a valve here, which used to, in previous patches, spawn in one of 3 locations. And now it only spawns there. I need to shoot that mine to get rid of it. And then we're gonna do our first like real major glitch, which makes this run possible, and that's I'm gonna shut the door for safety. We're gonna do some duping here. So I picked up 2 smasher grenades, and these are the most powerful weapon in the game. And I'm gonna make 20 of them, cut them in half, store 20, and then immediately throw 1 to kill the zombies waiting for me. And yeah, it just kills everything in an AoE range, which is amazing.
So you're completely immune to that, huh?
Yes, it only kills zombies for whatever reason. I don't quite understand the lore behind it. Something to do with the genetic genome mutations that we're doing. I gotta need to pick that back up. For another one. And while I'm, like, getting to where I need to go now that I have access to that, I guess I'll explain why the health and stamina matters at all times. So health, if I'm too low, it makes it slower for stamina to reach in. and consumes more stamina because I am moving slower as well. And stamina on difficulties is affected by that as well, but in case of easy, everything's normal values. And our weight, the amount of stuff we carry, also affects our stamina, regen, and depletion as well.
真是太好了，这里可以洗澡。
So I'm gonna grab some heals, and then in 4 possible locations, there'll be a card key, which I'm trying to grab.
终
Thank
于
you.
找到了。
In that bathroom, and we're gonna use that to open another door that we need to open.
紧急通
And
知
we're gonna keep that open using that marker. So you'll see that in a little bit here. There's also like 6 different animations for going up and down stairs, with Jodie having a weapon holstered or not, and whether she's wandering or walking, or whether she's using shoes or not. So that's just an interesting little fact there. So we're gonna use that marker.
This game feels like Only Up if Only Up were Resident Evil.
Yeah. So, keeping that door open means I don't get locked in here and have to fight my way out through blowing the floor up in there. And, yeah, it just saves so much time. I'm going to back up, go to grenade primes, kill everything in this room. And...
Oh wow, that stretches really far.
Yeah, it's...
Like that AoE is massive.
Yeah, there's some pretty massive... I don't need that valve anymore, so I'm just not going to bother picking it back up. And then we're going to get to the other stuff in the run. So you hear a crescendo. If you're familiar with Left 4 Dead, basically it means a wave of enemies are coming.
再见。
So the game does that in various points. The game has no music, but there is a lot of atmospheric sounds and things like that, if people have noticed it. Stamina's depleted, so I'm going to slowly walk for a little bit here. Build a little bit of that back up. And my health and stamina are on the top left, or right-hand corner of the screen. The noise we just heard of someone crying was a weeper. Very reminiscent of the witch from Left 4 Dead. Like, almost to a T. Let that guy hit that mine. And in a general playthrough, you only get about 4 of those smashers. So we pick up 2 almost immediately, then dupe them a bunch to get through the run. It's unfortunate that they're spitting on me. And yeah, we're getting prepped for a glitch. So I'm gonna jump into this wall. There's cracks on these tiles. I'm gonna look at them. There's 2 axes. And I'm going to try to phase one through the wall here. It might take me a few tries. And the reason I'm doing this is because now that we've activated the water for the shower room, we're going to have a shower in a second. Okay, so we're going to try this. I need to see that I'm... Camera. Never, it's not going to do it. I need to make sure that this gets through that wall. I'm pretty sure the one's on there, so I'm gonna hope that it's there.
Why is she taking a shower?
Okay. I'm gonna die here and reload back up. So I'm loading it back up. It's gonna be a different outfit, but that doesn't matter. We're
Does
just gonna
that mean we have
perform it
a
again?
time for a few donations?
Sure, go for it.
Sure. Well, to get through those couple that came in just before the run, we have $20 from Trainer Anade, who says, to help the doggos and in honor of our 2 pups who did not want to be quiet during my run. Laughing out loud. Thank you so much, and Trainer, and good job on the run once again. And then we have $25 from Sina Mauer, who just simply says, go fast. They're both donating to get that incentive met for this run. So thank you once again.
Alright, I managed to get the axe through on the save there. Alright, so I'm not supposed to have anything. Literally, I have nothing. And I'm bypassing a trigger to make that guy come down here and chase me around and be defenseless. Which also stops all these enemies from spawning. So that lineup is about an 80% success rate. But if the axe goes through short, which is likely what happened, it despawns it because it doesn't want me to do that. And the devs have been actively updating this game since the October release onto early access. Like, every time they've come in and watched my stream, I've noticed something significant was changed and affected the speedrun in some way. So thank you for not updating the game in November.
Man, it's like a game of cat and mouse with you and the devs, huh?
A little bit, but generally they're actually like fixing things because there is reasons behind it. But it does feel like it hurts speedrunners. Alright, faster way would be to throw the axe at the mine and have it explode immediately, but, you know, make noise, attract the zombie's attention, then he triggers the mine instead. Pop these heals. But yeah, having this axe makes going through this area without anything a lot easier. And allows us to kind of do things quickly. Also, we're supposed to, like, activate the fan, go through the fan as it spins around and potentially die to the fan blades. But we could just do that little door skip there. By, like, when we have a weapon out, we have a different dodge animation compared to not having a weapon.
小八卦.
Yeah, so it's all Chinese dialogue, there is no English VA. If anybody's wondering what language the game is in. The developers and publishers are Metal Star Studio. I believe I said that correctly. And
Where are they based out of?
China. I don't know exactly
where in China?
I'm not sure exactly
okay.
where. Just know China. So this is a stealth section, though. We're not gonna do the stealth section.
Got some dudes with guns now, huh?
Yep. And I'm gonna kill those guys with my kill the first guy with my axe, take the gun, and then shoot the other guy with the gun. These guys are gonna get alerted and start coming over to me, so I'm gonna grab that guy's ammo, because you get random ammo from that. And, yeah, so now we have the assault rifle, and we're needing to get some stuff to get out of here. These are, like, some hired mercenary thugs that the company hired to, like, clean up the situation. I guess you could call them the Umbrella of this game, if you're familiar with Resident Evil and what the Umbrella Corporation does. And,
basically just Umbrella Corps, got it.
So if you're
Umbrella Corps.
yeah, it's starting to understand why most people might look at this game and think, oh, it's Chinese art Resident Evil, but I don't think of it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just completely ignored you.
For the most part, yeah. I already know the door code there. You're supposed to look at 4 pinup posters around the area and, like, kind of assemble the code. And I roll past all those enemies using the dodge roll. No, don't do that. Alright, so now that I'm injured, I'm in a different, like, running state. Jody's kind of, like, hunkered over and slows me down a bit. But it's not going to matter because my health from this cutscene that we're going to skip is going to immediately set it down even further. Gonna use that medkit I picked up on the shelf. I'm not going to bother explaining anything about that cutscene. It is a cool cutscene. But I'm going to avoid explaining anything about that cutscene. We don't need to talk about it. But anyways, I fall down, and I'm all the way near the basement area. And I lose all the stuff I just had, so I do that little trick to get that gun back. Because apparently, I think that gun is supposed to be the one that you're modeled to have in the cutscene that you lose. And then it just lands there. And normally you would have to go all the way up here to that other floor to get it, but you can just, with a couple pixels and a bit of a jump, kind of grab it immediately. Yeah, it's easier with shoes, though. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, so I'm running. I need to hit that switch to open that. I don't have any knives, so I could get grab locked and die here. Thankfully, that didn't happen. And we're just gonna go to an elevator and ride the elevator up, and won't be too much to talk about for a little bit here. But at this point, we want to be arriving at the elevator at around about 15 to 16 minutes into the run for like a decent pace. But Yeah, I'm.
So-
Yeah, feel free to talk for a bit.
No, I got nothing.
You got
Never
nothing.
mind.
Well, I can absolutely talk then.
Certainly.
You are currently watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, raising money in support of the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Donations go through our Tiltify page, go directly to the charity, and you can find the donation link at !donate in chat. It's also pinned. It's also below the stream. You can find it everywhere, and it can pay as little as $1. So, whatever you feel comfortable sparing this holiday season, we would greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate
Tell me a
that.
little more about the charity. What is Go Rescue?
Absolutely. They are a pet adoption center providing a haven for homeless dogs and giving them the time and space they need to find a good home to go get adopted to, not just trying to send them off to just anyone who walks through the door. They're based out of Hampton, Virginia. So if you're in the area, you can also volunteer your time. They have a section in the How Can I Help at their website, gorescuedogs.com. And also you can donate supplies there. They have an Amazon wish list, all kinds of different ways to help out. But yes, they are a dog adoption center based out of the U.S. So
我要先去拿回我的背包。
Perfect.
That's wonderful.
All right, I did a whole bunch of stuff. Do you think you could recap what I just did, Carsey?
我的东西都在这儿。
I was listening very intently on the
Okay.
about the details of the charity. I'm sorry, but yeah, I did see you.
说不定
You chucked a grenade, you broke open a wall, and you jumped through it, and then you duped some more grenades.
No, so remember earlier I duped 20 grenades? I stashed half of them. So I just pulled those out of the
Yes.
storage box, and there's nothing else in there. And then I'm using those to get through the rest of the game with. Yeah, the grenade trick, you're supposed to throw it through a vent and like lob it and bounce it on the inside where that zombie fell out. But instead, it's a little bit quicker if you do the lineup correctly. I almost ran to my death trying to do the jump. And then I went back and was like, wait, I have that other grenade. I can try this again. Yeah. I'm going to prep this grenade, go to cutscene, skip it. And this boss
小
dies.
明脑袋开花。
Because that grenade,
灾难。这里的情况比我想象
that,
的要复杂。
that predator is no longer a threat.
紧急通知，
Oh,
全体人员请注意。
Fighting him normally is a little scary, especially on the harder difficulties, because he has a move that if you don't have a knife will do a lot of damage or insta-kill you. Okay, I gotta wait a second here. And we're gonna climb twice our height here, which normally you're not supposed to be able to do by grabbing very particularly at that, like, angle spot there. That just allows us to get up here quicker. And we're gonna make our way... We're trying to make our way back to where we came up originally with the elevator. Because a lot of the other floors were inaccessible if you looked at the... saw the control panel there for the elevator. I'm gonna hop on this computer, manage the controls for the elevator, and change it to a different floor. I disable the other floors so I don't accidentally hit those ones. And then we picked up our stuff earlier, so we're gonna go ahead and put that back on. I know it's a different outfit, but that's fine. And yeah, so we're basically nearing the end of the run. If anybody would like to ask any questions, particularly about the run, or if you know, Carsey maybe has a couple questions or things relatable he wants to bring in about the types of games he plays.
not really. I'm just there's a lot to take in.
I know. This run used to be 10 minutes longer, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
What caused the run to drop that much?
Updates and us getting persistent on finding new ways to do old things and then finding new things on top of it. And then just optimizing a lot of the things that we do along the way, you know, here and there, which add up over time. You need to be careful here.
For sure, for sure. Then I guess follow-on question, how did you get started running this game?
So, yeah, that is a very good question. I will answer that in a moment. I'm going to set up for something that's important. So what I need to do here is I need to deleg as many of these enemies as possible and not let them in anywhere else.
So does getting rid of their legs, does that prevent more from spawning in?
No, it prevents them from being able to break the boards if they're up high enough.
Well, that's what I mean. So, I mean, like, yeah, like it prevents them from breaking the boards, but like, does it also prevent more from spawning in?
I will explain what's going to happen because of that shortly. There is a spawn cap, yes, but it's based on the waves, which is affected by how many enemies you've killed currently. This is essentially a defense section of the game while these generators are charging. And these generators need to charge up to give us enough power to activate the elevator to reach the lab, which is where the end of this first chapter of the game is available. So we're just setting that up as fast as we can.
Question from chat then, similar to, how did you get in there? How do other people get into running this game, and is there a Discord?
There is an official Discord for the game. I am not over there, but I know plenty of people are. Leon, to go into that further, Leon was that person who mentioned this game to me, as well as also got me interested in getting more involved with the run. He's been an active member of my chat in my Discord for a while, as well as X-Rays is another prominent runner who I've learned a lot from, who's been breaking this game for a bit longer than I have, I would say. And they do the harder difficulties usually without trying to die or getting hit. So X-Rays has been a big help with finding a lot of glitches and certain things. So I've adapted and learned a lot from them. They are a much better runner than me, personally. I have about 100 hours in this game since October already. And that's before the alpha. And the alpha is available to play for anybody for free if they would like to at least get the first portion leading up to the shower sequence where I got into the stealth section. That is all completely playable for anybody, including challenge modes are also in there for some extra little bit of fun. We're waiting for the second generator to finish charging, and then we're going to take our little friends on a bit of a walk as we wrap up the rest of the run here. So because we spawn capped the enemies, no more will spawn, or they shouldn't, and we can just kind of bring them for a little walk in a conga line to the door that we came through to get here that would be locked while all these generators are charging. So while I'm doing that, if there's any other stuff we want to do or shout out, now would be a time to do that.
Or go ahead.
Shout outs to the Unity asset store.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the dev, it's two-man dev team. They've been working on this game for quite a while. They've been working, a lot of the animations and stuff are all custom. They might be using some assets from the Unity store, but I believe a lot of it's been either remodeled or completely made from scratch for the most part. Or it's not Unity, it's Unreal Engine, I believe, is the game's made in.
Oh.
But same thing. But yeah, this is the UE game, unfortunately, not a Unity one. I'm hoping the generator's still charging on pace.
Well, I'll just take the moment then and plug that we have 2 incentives open over at the Tiltify page, and a single donation would could go towards both of them if you so choose. We have a target open for the Rhythm Sprout bonus songs happening tomorrow, and that only needs $15 left. It's $25 out of 40 currently. And while you're there, you can also, put your money towards the pool of what kind of conversation you want to see concerning Lord of the Rings. There's apparently a in-game conversation, and a bouncer will ask you questions about Lord of the Rings in the game. So if you want to, if you like Lord of the Rings a lot, a little, or not at all, you can choose to put your money towards that.
Perfect. All right, so we're coming up on the end of the run. The time will stop as soon as the cutscene triggers from us going down. So it'll pan up, and then Jody will say something, and that's basically when the run's over. I lose control at that point. There we go. That's the end of the run.
你给我等着，我来找你算账了。
GG.
Thank you. As a lot, it's a short run. There's a lot going on, and then you get to see your in-game time here. Because I loaded up a pre-save, like that time is inaccurate. The RTA would be a fallback, which is what I usually time both. So, can I hear what the RTA is for a better, closer estimate to what the actual runtime was?
It ended
Sure thing.
at 29:14.
Not bad. It's under 30, despite some of the earlier issues we had with the run. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. So that's basically where the any percent run is currently. The run changes depending on the difficulty and things like that, but I also believe we do have a challenge mode to do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we did meet that incentive.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna quickly hop into the outfit that we should be in, because I did have to use the backup save, which changes, say outfits are tied to the save that you use them in. And then we'll just head back to the menu and then do that challenge run. All right, so these are all the extra challenges. The only ones that were added in post-alpha was the Night at the Graveyard, which is the new Halloween one, and then they're working on the fast food store. But all of the other ones are available. I don't think the shooting range was, though, but we have all the other ones. So we're going to do the Nightmare Castle, or Haunted Castle, as I like to call it. And so a couple things to explain. They're procedurally generated maze-like layouts, and we have to destroy 9 pumpkins within a 10-minute time limit. I guess I should ready the timer for that or something. Or we could just use the game time. Which would you prefer? I suppose we could just make it easy. We'll just use the in-game timer for that, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I had myself muted there. They are also set up for a timer on the stream,
Okay.
so call it out whenever you're ready.
All right, so same thing when we started the regular run, we'll start here. So as soon as I hit any key to continue, that'll be start for the RTA timer. So in 3, 2, 1. All right, so on the Haunted Castle, or Nightmare Castle, there's gonna be a bunch of traps all over, and we need to find 9 pumpkins. And this is very dangerous. And get through. We need to find gear because we start with nothing. And find our way around the area. And the pumpkins can be hidden on any of these rooms, along with any other sort of supplies that you might want. And as we find them, first pumpkin, the other timer for the game starts counting down. So there's 2 timers, one we can't see, and then that timer above me that started. It starts at 10, but it's already further down than that. The reason why that one shows up is because at a certain point in the challenge, a Grim Reaper will show up and try to kill us and stop us from getting through the challenge here. So we need to find as many of these pumpkins as we can. This layout is very interesting. So we're finding mines and things like that. Percy, you can talk for a while if you'd like during this while I'm trying to focus on figuring out.
Shoot.
Like to ask
Okay.
questions or anything?
Yeah. So I mean so the layout is static, right? And the locations of the traps are all static too.
Everything's procedurally generated, so there's like certain configurations.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, I don't have health, so this is gonna be fun.
So there's no health pickups either?
There is. I don't know where they are, so we'll have to hope we can find some.
别纠缠我了，
Those traps do a lot compared to the actual enemies. Perfect. There's health right here.
这就是我需要的。
All
Does
right.
the blood damage you too?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me?
Does the enemy's blood damage you? I'm
No,
trying to
the
figure out where you
blood-
took a hit from that zombie.
The zombie kind of started a swipe, is what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can nudge them by like knocking yourself into them and try to like cancel them out of doing that. I also don't want to get hit by that shot there because that'll hurt. So there's one there. Okay, Grim Reaper's coming. Ow.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead. That's unfortunate.
Well, that Grim Reaper isn't messing around there.
No, he's not. These challenge modes only take usually like 5 minutes on an attempt. That was unfortunate. That layout was really, really bad. I need something a little less chaotic. It was a really bad layout because like all the doors I want to access are like right near like arrow traps and stuff like that, which is super bad because I took a hit going into that door, which then the Grim Reaper punished me because he was so close.
So now it started again.
Mhm.
So did everything shuffle up again?
Yes, everything got shuffled up again. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't get the exact same layout each time. You might get like
Wasn't that,
similar configurations.
What was in that purple donut box?
Clothing. So there's an entire wardrobe and accessory thing, so you can customize Jody as much as you'd like. More than 230 different pieces of accessories, clothing, all that kind of stuff, which allows you to make all sorts of outfits for your character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hairstyles are another thing. All sorts of fun things to make, like replaying through content or playing the game in general, which is just found or obtained by just playing the game, its game modes, and then finding the clothing boxes or getting them as a static reward from finishing challenges in most cases. There's a lot of reason for them to like release like little challenge maps because they might add like a new ensemble or maybe a new weapon. So the last Halloween update gave us a new golden shot arrow, which is like a one-shot kill for most enemies, and then it's a two-shot kill on the Grim Reaper or so. So if we had that weapon, we could kill the Grim Reaper with it, essentially, which is fantastic. But we don't have it on this map, per se. And I'm still missing one pumpkin, wherever it might be. I'm not sure where I've been and where I haven't, because everything looks exactly the same for the most part.
Well, you've already been here. I think you've mostly gone through like the outskirts of the level.
Yeah.
But is there a like is there like an area in like the center? You've definitely opened that door. Like the doors are basically uh-oh.
Yes, will be interesting.
Is there a lower floor, or does falling down that pit kill you? I guess it does.
Yeah, that falling down a pit will kill me. I might be able to sneak by him. Okay, we're good.
Wow.
I need some stamina here. Yeah, so you do have a couple bit of iframes to play with. I don't know which way I've gone and which way I haven't.
I don't think you've...
Okay, I haven't gotten this room.
Oh, yeah, you haven't done this way.
There we go, found it.
Maybe. Oh, there it is.
Okay, we're not done yet.
Okay.
I need to escape now. I can hear the portal because it's making like a humming noise, and I almost got crushed. That would have been bad.
Okay, so the portal should be like something to the left, maybe? Unless Discord does like mono audio.
Yeah, I'm trying to echolocate it right now.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's around here. I can hear it. It's getting louder. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Weird wraparound for this. But anyways, that's the end. We did it. Sorry about dying on the first attempt, but
Hey, no worries. GG's again.
appreciate it.
Oh,
That was a
one
cute
last
little side
question
mode.
here from the chat. Are there subcategories for running all of these challenges?
So the SRDC board that is up there, speedrun.com board, it's not like completely set up how obviously a lot of us would want it. I actually haven't submitted a single run to the board, just because like I've been so actively working on doing runs and improving things. It's just a lot of the time I just don't submit runs to boards for the most part. But I do still like actively talk to a lot of people that do run the game and then get involved with what's going on. But yeah, like a lot of the stuff is already up on the board. It's not exactly how we would like it currently, and like things are always changing with the game because it's in early access and development, right? So
For sure.
yeah, so we're always looking for new people to get involved. Right now there's like maybe about a dozen of us that are actively speedrunning this game.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll let you take care of your sign out stuff and shout outs, and GG's again.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, so my name is Mash, or Ezra Mash on Twitch. That's EZ and a 0, not an O, MASH. I commonly do a lot of speedruns of action or RPGs, generally long runs, for the most part. I've been getting into a lot of shorter stuff like this, and I love watching a lot of content from a variety of people, including Carsey themselves, which influenced me to get into this game actually when I found out about it. So thank you.
Hey, yeah, no problem. This was neat. Yeah. Well, appreciate you having me.
I do too. Where can people find you as well if they would like to see like stuff similar to this but like better content, obviously, because you do a lot of different content now compared to a lot of general speedrun stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah, these days I'm doing a lot more challenge runs, like a lot more no damage type stuff. Yeah, so I can be found at twitch.tv/carcinogenSDA, and lately I'm working on a back-to-back no save no damage Chris and Jill run of Resident Evil 1 remake on the Wii. I'm playing a little bit of Trauma Team and Dragon Quest 3 on the side. I think I'm gonna branch out into maybe speedrun some more RPGs down the road. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going right now.
That's great. All right. That about does it for us. Thank you for having this run. I still shocked that we even had this run get in, considering it's like not even a complete game yet. But yeah, thanks for having us at No Holidays Allowed.
Yeah, and thank you for coming on and showing off a fun game. Coming up next, we have Sprawl being run by Waffle, and we'll be getting that set up in just a moment. But we'll go to the break screen, and I'll continue to yell